So, first of all, there's no one right way to parent at this stage. This is a lifelong process. So when our kids were young, and I'm going to refer to kids and you and young adults, and sometimes I'll mix up those things, but
Right.
the bottom line is it's all a lifelong process. When our kids were young, we went to the fire station, we went to the library, we showed them the post office and the bakery, and they saw people working, or we watched construction crews and cranes and building backhoes and people building roads and buildings. Never stop that exploration. Just develop it on a different age appropriate level.
Mm-hmm.
While all that is true, we also want to understand that the opportunities of today are different from what we had. And jobs that exist today aren't going to exist in 5 years. And jobs that exist in 5 years don't exist now. So one of the things is knowing how to learn about those things, how to identify interests, and how to help our young adults develop their ability to talk about and present themselves to others using their personal experiences and achievements. The other thing I like to remind parents of is that supporting young adults, neurodiverse or not, requires thoughtful, individualized approach. I
Mm-hmm.
recognize personally that this is easier said than done. So be kind to yourself as a parent and continue doing the best you can, just as you've probably been doing their entire lives.
Mm-hmm.
Along with that goes many things about our lives as parents. And one of the important things to understand, and I am going to go into some details and suggestions, but the overview of this is one of the things that's really important to understand is that you as a parent, and I'm presuming we have mostly parents listening,
Mm-hmm.
although
Yep.
you're a young adult, there's going to be plenty of tips in here for you as well. Um, Parents play a critical and multifaceted role in guiding their young adults. So rather than thinking of yourself as a solution finder or a
Mm-hmm.
problem solver, and risking being called helicopter parent
Mm-hmm.
or any other phrase that, think of yourself uh, in multiple roles. So that would include as an advisor and supporter who offers guidance and emotional support, as an information provider who shares knowledge about the world of work and may help your child find resources or research careers, as a role model by modeling a work ethic and
Mm-hmm.
values and attitudes toward learning and employment. You'll be helping shape your child's aspirations and adaptability. We know that young adults frequently mirror the behaviors and attitudes of their parents, even though a lot of them are of that push you, pull me, don't get too close, but I need your
Mm-hmm.
help, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't really need your help.
Right.
So we want to have that balance, and we're going to talk about how to achieve that balance. Think of yourself also, in addition to those other things just described, as a facilitator,
Mm-hmm.
because parents can expand the opportunities that their children have by encouraging them to participate in work experiences and volunteer experience. They don't have to be paid
Mm-hmm.
experiences. They need to be just exploring. This is a finding yourself process, and
Mm-hmm.
it happens on different levels at different times. Maybe not at the same time as we envision, but as parents, we're probably already used to that. Everything gets topsy-turvy at times. You can be that facilitator, and you can show them and you can give them access to their guidance counselors or mentors and send them to reliable information, and you can um, encourage them and as a facilitator facilitate opportunities for them to job shadow or do volunteer work so that they can naturally build real world skills and confidence. And it obviously does not happen overnight. Think of yourself as an advocate. We know, especially for young adults with additional needs, parents may need to advocate for accommodations or supports. That's not always appropriate in the world of work as they age into our system. But it is important that we ensure equitable access to education and employment opportunities.
Mhm.
Finally, think of yourself as a parent who encourages independence. Effective parents balance support with promoting independence so that they're helping their children develop, that their planning skills improve, and confidence in their own career decisions gets stronger. So you're combining open dialogue, encouragement, opportunities for independent exploration. By doing that, you are empowering your young adult to confidently navigate a career path and make informed decisions. And of course, find personally satisfying and rewarding careers that align with their abilities and interests. So that's the varied roles that
Mhm.
you're going to be having during this process. So a few reminders about that. Try not to compare your child's unique way of experiencing the world to peers. I know how hard that is. Sometimes we're in a group. That's just how it
Yeah.
is.
Mhm.
Embrace neurodiversity. Celebrate their strengths and focus on their abilities and interests. Create judgment-free spaces for young
I love
adults to
that.
share their
Mhm.
feelings, needs, concerns. Listen, listen, listen.
Mhm.
Easier said than done. Most of this is easier said than done. We want to encourage them to participate in interest groups and clubs, and all kids they're not all going to do all of those things. So use your support groups and educators and therapists for them and for yourself for gaining perspective
Mhm.
and maintaining resilience. This is takes a kind of stuff.